So, good morning, Barry. How are you
Good
feeling this morning?
Excellent. A little bit worn out from just had an exercise session.
Oh, fantastic. Well, what we're going to do today, just to introduce you to the listeners, Barry Neen is a participant at the Tamworth Living Longer, Living Stronger program run by Move Better for Life. So Barry, we're going to go through a couple of questions, but absolutely elaborate on anything that you think is important in terms of really telling us about your journey in the program and the wonderful work that Alex are doing with you to really strengthen and get you going. So tell me about how you found out about the Living Longer, Living Stronger program in Tamworth.
Well, I regularly receive a newsletter from COTA, and I read about the Living Longer, Living Stronger program in that newsletter, and I followed the links, and eventually I got a call from Move Better for Life in Tamworth, who invited me to come in for an assessment, and we went on from there, joining a regular weekly session.
Fantastic. And how long ago was that now?
Oh, a year, a bit over a year.
Yeah, amazing. And what made you want to start an exercise program in the first place?
Well, I just come out of hospital after a problem with diabetes.
Yep.
Put me in the emergency, but also I'd had a bowel cancer removed.
Wow.
And my physical condition had gone down a lot before I had that removed, and afterwards I started to put on weight again in the wrong places.
Yeah.
Trying to get a bit of weight back, and I put it all around my waist. So that's what I wanted to do, is get a bit more muscle where I needed it, and I'd lost it, and take a bit off where I.
Yeah. Amazing. So what has sort of leaning on that, what's been the most beneficial sort of in terms of your health outcomes from your experience of working with Alex for the last year and a bit?
Well, look, I've got a heap of exercise equipment at home, but getting to use it is always the problem. It's always going to be later or tomorrow.
Yep.
But the good thing about this is it's a definite date every week, and so I get active once a week and try to carry it on a little bit if I can the rest of the week. Yeah. So that's the good thing about it, and also, of course, having other people in the exercise session with me. So you get to know people, and can, no, I'm not the only one in the same boat. All got goals. But it's been good because in terms of building strength and endurance and balance and all those things, and hasn't been too tiring. It's been challenging, and it's been building up. I noticed over the year until we're not going to be an athlete, but certainly getting fitter.
Absolutely. And I think that's, in terms of the importance of progressive strength, but having that balance where you feel like you are being challenged, but not sort of put on your back, and you can continue doing stuff throughout the week and then coming back is certainly the sign of a great, professional working with you, which is excellent. Coming back to sort of the group environment, that's obviously a big part of the program as well, that it's individualized so that it's your goals and working to whatever sort of challenges and goals that you have. But then working with others, you mentioned, is something that you enjoy as well. So what do you enjoy about that group environment?
Well, I mean, if it's something that's really challenging, I'm not the only one making a fool of myself. But it's good to see, compare oneself with the others.
Yep.
and see that I'm not any more hopeless than others or any more endowed than others, I guess. But we're all striving to meet goals, and you get to know the others, and you do get a bit of idle chat on the side, which is good.
Absolutely. I think it's wonderful, the fact that there's an opportunity for that social interaction, and as you said, have a bit of fun along the way. So yes, it it's important to have progressive exercise, but it's also important to have that kind of bonding or kind of jollying along around, okay, well, where are we today? And so that it's not all serious, it's also something that can be enjoyed and looking forward to. So
that's right. And Alex introduces a lot of variety and
yep.
Competitions like
yeah. What sort of competitions does she do? What sort of activities?
Oh, well, relating to the to the time or to events that are happening, like Easter challenges. And, forget what the last one was, but it was good.
I think I heard once when I was speaking to Alex about where you were, was it walking around the world or rowing somewhere, or there was something where you was kind of participating in a challenge where it was about is that right?
Yeah, yes, yep. Things like that.
Yeah.
Around the world.
Fantastic. And what about, is there anything else that you'd like to sort of share with people around, what is it that makes one, obviously that there is the getting over the fact that it can be quite confronting going into an exercise program for some people. So, what sort of words of wisdom when you first came in with a number of different conditions, you would come over bowel cancer, there's quite a lot to kind of carry with you, but you kind of, still made the decision that exercise is something that was important for you. Is there any pearls of wisdom that you give to others that might be in a similar situation and might find it hard to make that sort of initial push to get into it?
Well, it isn't hard to join an exercise program. It's easy peasy. Just come along and do what you're asked to do, and everything goes fine. And it's just a pleasant way of passing an hour or so, and sets the tone for the rest of the day and the week.
Yeah. And putting trust, I guess, in the instructor knows what they're doing and that they got your best interest in terms of their outcomes, and obviously your goals is important.
That's right. So just when you feel that you're on top of it, they make it a little bit harder. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, fantastic. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with us about your experience or where you are now? Or
yeah, well, my health has improved a lot. I don't know whether it's, exercise has been a part of it. Change of medication also helped, but my blood sugar level is down to normal, which is the first time for many, many years that I've got down to that.
That's amazing.
It is.
That's amazing.
So it's medication plus the exercise.
Yeah.
Because the medication by itself would not be enough. I know that.
Yeah.
I'm on Ozempic, which is a wonder drug, but you get the warning with it that you need exercise with it. So I can see it all coming together. Yeah.
And wonderful again to be able to, as you say, work with a team of both health professionals and then the exercise professionals to support and manage that sort of engagement of the different medication and drugs, and exercise is a drug. It supports again the improvement, and that's how we really should see it, isn't it? As something else that needs to be done in terms of improving our health.
Yeah, I think this just strikes the right balance. I mean, I would never go to a gym. I mean, that would be just too challenging, and I might feel like a bit odd man out in a gym with all those physically fit people around, but this just strikes the right balance, I think.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. You probably work, just as hard as people in the gym, but it just is a different kind of environment. And I think it's important to have the opportunity, because it can be quite confronting going into an environment that's very different to what your experience has been. But I've loved hearing about, you improving your health and the fact that you've overcome both bowel cancer and you're managing your diabetes much better. That sounds like a win-win. So thank you.
Thank you, Camilla. And thank Coda for putting me in touch with MNBB.
Yeah, well, we're really super excited about the program and where it's grown despite the last couple of years over the pandemic. It's been a hard time to start, but we're getting some good edgeway in terms of working with PHNs and local health districts, so we can try and drive more of these referral pathways, and we can get more people that really need it into safe and effective exercise.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Barry.
Thank you, Camilla.